Welcome back to GS Simple. In the last video, we saw how we can adjust the symbology of this point shapefile, and we used the graduated color symbology. And as I told you in the last video, this kind of symbolization is not so appealing, is not so useful, and we can use another type of symbology that will allow us to have a better understanding of the spatial distribution of the cholera deaths. I remember you that we are using the Dr. Snow's cholera dataset regarding the cholera outbreak in London back in the 1850s. So we can use another type of symbology. We go on properties, and we can use, instead of graduated colors, graduated symbols. And so we will give each point a different size according to the number of deaths at each spot, according to the number of cholera deaths at each spot. So again, once we click on graduated symbols, we click on value, we select count. I just remember you that count is a field of the cholera death attribute table. So if we open the attribute table of the cholera deaths point shapefile, we will see that one field, one column is labeled as a count. Each row is storing the number of deaths at each spot. So we can use the counts of people who died as a tool to improve our visualization. And so we will use the number of people who died at each spot to give each dot a different size. So we go to our properties, graduated under the tab symbology, we select the quantities, and instead of graduated colors, we will select graduated symbols, and then we click on count, which is the value of the attribute tables on which we want to base our new visualization, and then we, as you can see, a different size will be given to each point according to the number of people who died. And we can change our classification. We can use defined interval. We want an interval of size 3, for example, so the break values will be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and so forth. We can click OK, and so a dot of this size will be given to locations in which a quantity of deaths, of casualties stored is between 1 and 3. This size will be given to dots for which the number of casualties is between 4 and 6, and so forth and so on. We can adjust the color used for the dots. So instead of this ugly green, we can use, for example, something like red. We click OK, we click Apply, and so we can see that in this case we have a better visualization of the underlying distribution of the quantities of casualties at each spot, and we can see that in some places a very high number of casualties is recorded. For example, in this spot we have a very large dot, and so we have a quantity of casualties stored for this location that spans between 13 and 15. Or we can even adjust our classification. Let's see if we classify this in a different way. We can, for example, use an interval of 5 instead of 3. We click OK. And so the number of classes is reduced because the interval size is larger. So the point will be classified according to these breakpoints. So 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15. We click apply, and the picture is almost uniform across the entire area with just these 5 spots and locations with a higher relative higher number of casualties. Let's see if we can adjust our visualization. Classify. We give a interval size. Let's put like 10. We click OK. No, it failed because OK, it doesn't make sense. So we can use, for example, 3. Let's see. Apply. And so this is the final outcome. So dots are given a size according to the number of casualties. So we see that there is a higher number of casualties in this in this spot that are given a larger point, and so forth for the other dots. See you in the next video.